Hello everyone, Ted Deal Star Wars Nerd here. I hope you're doing well. And I want to thank you for joining me today because I'm just gonna kind of spout off some opinions and think out loud and probably step all over myself and stumble and contradict everything. But I have to kind of talk about Star Wars and what's going on right now in the Book of Boba Fett, and everybody talking about how everything leads to the sequel trilogy, or maybe not, with the World Between Worlds, and trying to talk and look in between lines and read behind the scenes and try to guess and figure out if they're going to retcon the sequel trilogy or if they're not going to retcon the sequel trilogy. Does this person not working at Lucasfilm mean this anymore? All that's just, it's giving me a headache. So I've just kind of been thinking. I do a lot of thinking about time traveling and stuff. So let's say that they do use the World Between Worlds, and they change it so that the sequel trilogy doesn't happen. So what could prove that Disney and Lucasfilm are not going the way of the sequel trilogy? I don't think that there's anything that they could show us that happened before Luke turned on Ben that would absolutely positively tell the audience that the events that happened in the sequel trilogy are not going to happen. Until then, they're dancing back and forth, and they're not going to say a word about whether yes or no it does or doesn't. Everything goes in the sequel trilogy. I don't think that there's anything that they could show us that would positively, absolutely prove that the sequel trilogy is not happening, other than showing Luke not turning on Ben. I think that right there is the deciding event that leads to the events of the sequel trilogy. If Luke had not turned on Ben and turned him into Kylo, the sequel trilogy would not happen. We'd still have Ben Solo. Would still have all the characters that were around. Would still have all the sets. Would still have all the planets, everything that was going on that Disney wants to use, and that's fine. I got no problem with that. I got no problem in seeing a Ben Solo. I have a problem with Kylo Ren. That was wrong. So let's say that the deciding factor was Luke turning on Ben. I don't think there's, like I said before, I don't think there's anything that Disney or Lucasfilm could show us other than that event being different that could prove that they're not doing the sequel trilogy. Until then, it could go either way. Until that point, they could tell the story and it could go either way. They are or they aren't. Because they could use the whole Grogu. I mean, people are talking about Grogu being the first student, Leia being the first student. That's all here nor there. Disney, they don't know what they're doing. When they originally bought Lucasfilm, they had said that there was going to be flat canon movies, comics, video games. Everything was going to be on the same flat scale, the same importance in canon. They've gone back on that already, so we know that they're not really going to stick to that. And I think it's going to go back to more the way George was doing it, to where you can have the comics and books and everything, and they're okay until it's shown differently in a movie or TV show. I think that's what Disney's going to do. And if they were smart, that's what they would do. And they would recognize it and they would acknowledge it. But then again, if they do that, they're going to have people like me telling them what stupid idiots they are because they decanonized the EU in the first place so they could make their flat canon. Anyway, Disney, you're dumbasses. Should have handled this so much better. But here we are, and we can't get away from it. So we might as well make the best of what we got. What I'm thinking is, they're gonna have to, or they need to, do the World Between Worlds and not decanonize or anything the sequel trilogy. Sequel trilogy still happened. Treat it like Biff's timeline in Back to the Future. I've said that before, and I really love that analogy. It happened, but it's not part of the main timeline. Things change, so we could go back, and if Luke didn't kill Ben or turn on him and turn him into Kylo Ren, Kylo Ren wouldn't then come and destroy the Jedi Academy. Luke wouldn't become a hermit. The sequel trilogy events would not happen. It would be different. We could see Luke and Ben and the rest of the Jedi finding out about Snoke through Ben, and then taking Snoke on, fighting the First Order, killing Snoke, and then finding out, oh crap, the Emperor is really still alive. Then they could have gone to Exegol, and Exegol could have been done all that so much better, and then fought the Emperor there, because the Emperor had his fleet that came up out of the oceans for some stupid ass reason. But I'm sure that could be wrote better too. You could tell this story so much better. Keep the same characters. That's fine. They're Disney characters. Disney wants to make the money off of them. I'm okay with that. It's not going away. We're not getting George Lucas's Star Wars back. So we have to make the best of what we got. Sitting around bitching about it and crying into our Wheaties ain't going to turn anything around. We have to embrace it, help them, and let them know when we enjoy it and let them know when we don't. So I guess I don't know what I'm saying. I'm contradicting myself, just like I said I would. Anyway, so to get back to the main point, I think the deciding factor is Luke turning on Ben. They need to somehow show us that Luke will not turn on Ben. But I don't think they're going to do that. We have 20 years until Ben, that happened when Ben was 25 or so. I don't know. And he's 5 right now in the Book of Boba Fett. In the Book of Boba Fett, if Ben is alive, he's 5 years old. So in this next episode, as of this recording of the Book of Boba Fett, I haven't seen the finale yet. Finale comes out here in 3 days. If we see Han and Leia and small Ben, that would be awesome. I would not shy away from that. I would not get pissed like some people and run away from Star Wars and go, oh, sequel trilogy. Because until I see them confirm or deny that Luke turns on Ben, I'm with it. I'm going to stick and I'm going to watch Star Wars until they confirm or that. If they confirm it, if they confirm that Luke turns on Ben and goes into Kylo Ren and the sequel trilogy is the definitive future, if that happens and when that happens, then yeah, I'm probably out because I just won't care anymore. And that's all my hope gone. But until that time, I will probably have hope that it will turn around and become good. We've seen a lot of evidence getting toward that. We've seen a lot of things that may be heading toward that. But until it actually happens, it's all smoke in the air. It's just, we don't know. And all this bickering back and forth about, yes, this leads to the sequel trilogy. No, it doesn't, because this person got fired. And, oh, look at this. The way they said this means that this is going to happen. That's hurting my brain. It's hurting my brain. So I'm just going to try not, I probably will, but I'm going to try not to analyze it too much and just sit back and enjoy it. If you look at the Book of Boba Fett, yeah, it's been very disjointed. It hasn't really been a very well told story. But it is a good story that needs to be told. I just hope that they finish it off right. So, I don't know. I think I've rambled enough. Let's go back over my notes here one more time. Yeah, I think if they showed that Luke didn't turn on Ben, they could do a whole trilogy of movies with Luke and Ben and the Jedi Academy and finding Snoke and finding the Emperor. They could do that so much differently. And so much better. Just don't kill Luke. That was stupid. That was stupid. And that's what, having Luke turn against Ben, that's what led to the sequel trilogy, in my mind. Maybe you agree, maybe you disagree. If you disagree, let me know. If you agree, let me know. I don't know. Down in the comments, and we'll have a discussion about it. Yeah, that's it. That's all I got. Go that way. We have no Ray. So yeah, that's my thoughts on the subject. So I'm looking forward to the Book of Boba Fett. I don't think they're going to show us anything in the Book of Boba Fett that's going to absolutely confirm or deny what's going on. Grogu and his choice, while it will be a good indicator, because people are saying that with Grogu getting the armor, that proves that he's not Luke's first student. Whereas if he chose the lightsaber, he would be Luke's first student, and that would negate what they said about Kylo Ren being the first student. Whatever. I guess we'll see. Even if he chooses the lightsaber, there's still ways you can, in Star Wars, you can talk around things. But if Grogu did choose the lightsaber, that would be a very, very good indicator that things are going the other way. The way I would like to see them. But until that time that they show us that event with Luke and Ben, we will not know. No matter what they say, I don't think there's anything they can do until that point to prove it one way or the other. So, Until then, I'm in for it, and I'm going to watch, and I may like it, I may not like it, but I'll be here to let you know about it. So thanks for joining me. I am Ted, the old Star Wars nerd. Please come back again, and we'll do some more fun Star Wars stuff. Fun Star Wars stuff. Anyway, thanks for joining. I know nobody's watching. Take care. Hey everyone, thanks for tuning in. I really appreciate it. If you enjoy my videos, please click that like button, leave a comment below, and make sure you're subscribed so you can get notifications of all my future content. All of you are so great, and I want to thank each and every one of you for your support. Thanks for stopping in, and I hope to see you again real soon. Take care.